Oh god. I'm truly ashamed to be making this video. Hi friends! Today I am bringing to you my huge collective book haul. My bank account has taken a hit this month. It all started with one Barnes & Noble gift card that I had, and then pretty soon I was ordering from Book Outlet, and then before I knew it, I suddenly had a book stack about this high and growing. However, quick disclaimer, I did not buy most of these books at full price. A lot of them came from either thrift stores, half-price books, or Book Outlet. So don't worry, I'm not going that crazy. I'm gonna go in order of where I bought the books from just to make it more organized. Without further ado, let's start my shame. I first received this package of beautiful books in the mail today from Book Outlet, so I figured I'd just open them on camera. So first in my Book Outlet portion of this haul, I ordered the entire Shades of Magic series by V.E. Schwab. I saw that they had a brand new box set on Book Outlet and it was literally only $15, where I think the usual price would be like $30 or $40. Basically anyone who's been on BookTube knows what this series is about, but it sounds really, really good, so I cannot wait to read these. I've been in a huge fantasy kick this month. I was literally on Book Outlet just ordering all these fantasy books. So first I picked up To Kill a Kingdom by Alexandra Christo, and I think this is super cool because it involves sirens, and I've never read a book with sirens in it before, besides like, were there sirens in Percy Jackson? I literally don't even remember. It's kind of like a romance about a siren who meets a prince who kills sirens, so that's gonna be really trippy and I can't wait to read this. Next, I'm literally so excited for this book. I picked up A Court of Frost and Starlight by Sarah J. Maas. I've read A Court of Mist and Fury, A Court of Thorns and Roses, and A Court of Wings and Ruin. Why can I not remember these titles? But I still have not read this book, and I know a lot of people say that it's boring and it's not plot heavy, but that's not why I want it. I literally want to read this so that I can be with the characters again, and I'm so excited to read this. Oh my gosh, look at how they have illustrations in here. Look at how pretty that is. Oh my gosh, this is so pretty, I'm crying. And finally on Book Outlet, I got A Dance of Thieves by Mary E. Pearson. I will admit I mainly just got this for the cover because it's beautiful, but I've also read A Kiss of Deception by Mary E. Pearson, and I really enjoyed her writing and that book, so I figured I would probably enjoy this. This is gonna look so beautiful on my shelves. I love it. Next I went to Barnes & Noble because I did have several gift cards, so don't worry, I'm not like going crazy. I picked up the entire Raven Cycle by Maggie Stiefvater. I've read the first two books on audiobook, but I have not read Blue Lily Lily Blue or The Raven King yet, so I figured it would be nice to have the entire series. Plus I love these books so much and I want my sister to read them, so I low-key bought them to force her to read them. I'm currently reading Blue Lily Lily Blue, that is a tongue twister, and it's super good so far, so I'm so happy that I have this collection now on my shelf. Also, on a separate Barnes & Noble trip, I picked up Ash Princess by Laura Sebastian, and I read it already. It was super good. The plot really gripped me and I definitely read it in practically a day, but I wasn't too in love with the characters. I feel like not many of the characters had a lot of depth, so I didn't really connect with them. But if you need like a fast fantasy read to get you out of a reading slump, I would definitely recommend this book. Plus the cover's amazing. I really like it. Next, one night I went to the thrift store with my mom. We were looking for bookshelves because I literally have no more room on my shelves, but I picked up these 5 beautiful books because they were having a buy 4 get 1 free sale, so I was like, well, I can't pass that up. And all these books were only like $2. My total came out to $7.50. I bought like 5 brand new books for $7.50. I was so happy. The first book I picked up was Every Day. I have not seen the movie to this yet and I really want to see it, but first I'm forcing myself to read the book. And just the synopsis seems really interesting. It's about a person who every day they wake up in a different body, and I don't know, it's just such an intriguing plot to a book. Next I picked up The Rest of Us Just Live Here by Patrick Ness, and it's basically about all the characters who aren't the chosen one. It basically is the opposite of the chosen one trope, which I think is really interesting. And I picked it up and realized that this is actually an advanced reader copy, and it came with even a little letter in it, which I think is really cool. I think it's just cool to collect those kind of editions. So I have an ARC on my shelf, even though it's way past the date when the ARC came out, but I still think it's really cool. Next I picked up Fahrenheit 451. I really want to read more classics, especially classic dystopian novels. I've gotten through 1984 a little bit, but I need to finish, but I really did enjoy it, so I thought I would also enjoy Fahrenheit 451. This is basically about a dystopian future where they're burning books, which I think is really interesting, and I've heard a lot of great things about this book, obviously because it's a classic, so I cannot wait to read this. Next, I saw one of my favorite books on the shelf, The Secret Life of Bees, and I absolutely loved this book, and I don't actually own a copy of it, so I decided to pick it up, and it was only like $2, so I figured why not. It basically tells the story of a girl named Lily Owens who is living in the aftermath of her mother's death. That's not a spoiler, it's on the back of the book. It takes place in South Carolina in 1964, so it discusses a lot of issues around race and identity, and I just think it's a really worthwhile read. I had to read it for school, but I really enjoyed it. And finally, from the thrift store, I picked up 1,000 Splendid Suns. This is by the same author who wrote The Kite Runner, and I've heard a lot of amazing things about this book. It takes place in Afghanistan during the Taliban, and I've heard it's made a lot of people cry, and I love books that make you cry because I'm emo, so I figured I would really like this book. Plus, it's basically brand new and hardcover, and it was only like $3, so I figured why not add it to my shelf. And just when I thought I was done buying books for this month, my friend texted me saying, "Want to go to Half Price Books?" and I caved. So I picked up 2 books there. For those of you who don't know, I'm a huge Jane Austen fan and I collect different editions of her books. And so I saw this edition of Emma and I just had to pick it up. It has a little teacup on it and I'm obsessed. And my name's Emma, so I mean, I just had to. I'm like halfway through Emma right now. I need to finish that as well. I have a lot of books that I'm just halfway through and haven't finished. It's a big problem, but yeah, I just thought I would add this to my Jane Austen collection. Finally, I picked up The Last Magician by Lisa Maxwell. I've heard nothing but amazing things about this book. It takes place in modern day New York where magic is basically extinct, and it follows a girl named Esta who's a thief who steals magical artifacts from the past. So I think that just sounds so intriguing. I'm in such a fantasy kick right now, and so I feel like this will be a very enjoyable read. Plus it was very much discounted and it's a brand new hardcover, so I couldn't pass that up. This is the end of my book haul. Thank you so much for watching. Please take away my wallet because I do not need to buy any more books, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye! And this is the aftermath of my book haul. Please send help.